Think on these things. Hello, lifers. The name Samuel means God hears. Hannah prayed for a child, and God heard her prayer, and God gave her her son. Samuel was one of those prophets who constantly heard the voice of God and obeyed the voice of God. So much so that we pick up the story of Samuel in chapter 12 when God says to Samuel, I want you to go to the house of Jesse and I want you to anoint my new king, for I have rejected Saul as king. And as he gets to the house of Jesse, Jesse brings all his sons before Samuel, one at a time. And when Samuel looks at the stature of these guys, he thinks, wow, here's a king. And then in verse number 7, let's read what the Bible says. In verse number 7, but the Lord said to Samuel, do not look at his appearance or at his physical stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord does not see as man sees, for man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the hearts. Wow. The Lord looks at the heart, my friend. And so much so that when Samuel eventually anointed David as king, later on we see that God says of David, a man after my own heart. Friends, we spend countless amounts of money adorning our outward appearances. We buy makeup, we braid our hair, we get our clothing sorted out, and the truth is that God is not interested in our outward appearance so much as he is interested in our heart. What is your heart condition? When God looks at your heart and it is placed before him as an open book, what does he read on every page of your heart? So as a disciple of Jesus Christ, come before God with a pure heart and live Christ deliberately.